All right, we're back at it again. Second last scenario of the original Roller Coaster Tycoon, Rainbow Valley, and this one is probably going to be the toughest one. So, the only two that are left: Rainbow Valley, Thunder Rock. Thunder Rock is not a hard scenario. 900 guests in 4 years. I guess a lot of people can consider the terrain to be a little bit difficult to work with, but at least for me, like 904 years is not that hard to obtain, whereas Rainbow Valley, 1,004 years is, from a park where you're starting from scratch, it's a bit on the tougher side. Not hard to do, but definitely the land here in Rainbow Valley, and the fact that you cannot remove trees. So you're given sort of this slender plot of land, a simple path that leads up into here. But other than that, all around the map, there are a lot of trees and such things. You have to work around them. There is some potential to build inside of the hill right here. If you can get creative with it, there are some hilly aspects. But other than that, not a lot to go off of there. There will be heavy advertising in this scenario. As far as rides, they give you chairlift, few general rides to start, a decent amount of coasters. A lot of these smaller scale, wooden wild mouse or mini coaster designs will come in handy here. The twist, you do get a log flume and you have everything but the information kiosk, or let me see here. Yeah, so I'll be needing the information kiosk. And I'm going to start researching that right away. I am going to disable the brakes failure. Theoretically, in OpenRCT2, you could cheat this scenario. You could undo the tree removal forbidden prohibition, whatever you want to call it. You can remove that, but I'm not gonna, because I've been trying to play these scenarios as true as possible to when they originally came out in the original Roller Coaster Tycoon. So that's weird. When I put my headphones down here, I'm hearing like a buzzing. I guess it's just some kind of feedback from some electronic signal going on here. That's weird, but anyways, it won't hurt to start out with, a restroom right here. Oh, and I got to unpause. I'm going to charge 10 cents for this one just because it's going to be somewhat hard with money in this park. You are allowed to take out 10,000, so at least the money is a little bit more flexible in this scenario. Put in fries. I know I typically don't like to build them close to the restrooms, but this scenario, land is going to be tough to come by, and I'm trying to fit everything in as compact as I can. So those two are open. I think I'm going to start, as I usually do, with a couple of flat rides just to get people in through the gate. What's this about? Nothing important. So yeah, like, it's going to be a bit tough building here. Even the angles are tough to see. If I build it flush with that, I can build it there. And typically I don't like building things this close to like the main plaza because it is going to get more crowded and such things, but I'll extend the queue just a little bit. The name of the game on this scenario is definitely going to be, there's a piece of fence right there to remove. And the name, maybe Rainbow Swirl. It won't be able to have many colors, but red and like a blue. Hopefully it'll get about 250, and the park is open, so people should start coming in fairly soon here once the first attraction opens. Now, it's going to be pretty tough to build in here. I don't have the looping coaster yet either. There will definitely be a couple of shuttle designs in this scenario. There will have to be. So maybe a merry-go-round. See, like right here would be a perfect space, but no tree removal permitted, so I build it right here. That's exactly what I'm going to do. So this pathway, it's kind of deceiving because you can't... What I might do though is I might do a lot of this in this scenario, a lot of looping. Won't even let me do that. Okay, so I guess that works. Maybe this can have a green color scheme. I'm going to turn music off for this one. 15 rotations, and I'll do wait for full load, but maximum waiting time. 157. Building some benches here. Bends. Okay. It's got a couple rides operating now. People are starting to find their way into the park. Information kiosk to be completed. Would be nice to start thinking about building a coaster in here. It's going to have to be a very compact design. There is a lot of room still left to build, but I want to keep everything kind of isolated to this area for the time being. I don't want to build my paths too far out and have people start to get lost in such things. So, I mean, something like, could go with the junior coaster here. And I know exactly where I want to start it. Right here would be a good starting point. I could have it either go this way or this way. This way there's a little bit more room, but there's a lot of trees to contend with. But I could definitely begin to tunnel this design, you know. That's already given me troubles here. That was to be expected. Wow. As long as I can build over. Alright, well, research I can flip back to, say, coasters and thrill rides for the time being. Now I have the info kiosk, which which can go right in at the entrance right here. Decent amount of people in the park for considering there's only a scrambler and a merry-go-round right now. This coaster is going to help. It's just getting it completed. This is... I personally think that this scenario is tougher than, say, Mothball Mountain. Because land, no, it's not an issue in this one. But it's like this. Like, how can I possibly build a coaster, you know? Like, how? I may flip this around and come out this way instead. Because that I can do, and then I have this face right here that I can... I mean, that is if I don't run into figures. Figures. Wow. Wow. There is just no leniency whatsoever with this scenario. No, you cannot remove that tree. No, you can't touch that one either. No, you can't remove that one. And now I'm going to start getting things saying that, oh, this is too high for your supports. Nope, can't build there either. Thank God, finally in this hill. That was the most painful experience I've ever gone through. Now I gotta start thinking about, yeah, because... I mean, theoretically, well, I have to come back to -5 feet, but I can, you know, really build this. Oh my God, this might actually work. What? Can't change land type. Okay. Yeah, so apparently you can't change the land, you can't edit the lands like at... Wait, but wasn't I totally able to edit the land somewhere around here, a block for one of these stalls or something? Maybe not, but okay, now I gotta rethink this entire thing here. Actually, why don't I just do this? Because I can come out over here, right? Yeah, I can come out over here. Yeah. And I'm gonna have to do a sharp turn, I believe. And I'm just wasting a whole bunch of money. So maybe if I do one of these weird turns. Okay. Of course. Pine tree in the way, but I can S-bend it. Go down a couple. Nope, can't do that. Or there we go. And then brakes, brakes, block brakes. Station, station, station. Vertical drop coaster. That would be nice to use if I can find the land for it somewhere. You know, that's the name of the scenario right here, and I'm still early in the year one, so I've got some time still to figure things out. Start with one train, test it out. I'm sure it's not going to find its way back to the station. It's probably going to stall somewhere at this lowest point coming back up. We'll have to see, though. I mean, 124 guests is not bad to be at for what is currently in the park. I still have some money left off the initial loan. Let's see. It will be over halfway underground, so it will be considered a covered ride. Oh no, it actually makes its way back around all the way through, so okay, yeah, we can give this one 2 trains now off the bat. I'll call it Earthworm. Maybe give it, yeah, a color scheme like that. The track is fine as is. Yeah, now it's just all about bridging this over this way. So I can do path out this way if I get rid of this fence. That works out. And this is just going to require, you know, it marks on paths. So that's way far down. Yeah, that don't look so good. So I'm going to have to bring this one down. There is going to be a lot of up and down in this park for the guests, but I mean, it's really unavoidable. And then the exit, I'll think more about like designing the path out once I have an idea of, you know, what's going to happen with this midway. This ride though, 473, I mean, I can't be too upset because it is a junior coaster. Between $4.50 and $5 is average. It has a very gentle kind of design, but I mean, it'll open now. I probably will end up, you know, advertising it here. I do have a lot of the loan still to take out. Oh God, and I never even hired any staff whatsoever. There's always one thing that sort of slips my mind. So, thrill ride gonna be designed. I do have a decent amount of coasters. The looping coaster design is gonna be like paramount to obtain in this scenario. I mean, this design works out well for what it does, that's for sure. I just didn't realize that a lot of this land, you know, you can't modify at all. like any of it, can you? No. So the vertical faces here that already exist are going to be the only ways in and out of the hill here. Like the gentle coaster, or not gentle, I keep saying gentle coaster, the junior coaster. I was planning on, modifying some land somewhere over here to bring it out, but it wouldn't let me, so I had to bring it out even further over here to reach another face where I could um, bring it back outwards. And I'll put some benches down here. A couple of bins on the walkways. There we go. Can't believe I didn't have staff in the park for that long. Nothing broke down though, and I mean there isn't like any litter. Ugh, wow, so hard for me to say litter today. I guess there wasn't any litter or anything, so In terms of research, pirate ship, that is one that I can install right away here. We'll start adding to the park. I do want to keep up, pretty consistent numbers here. 250 by the year one is my goal. I should be able to get there. Of course, I will be installing some more rides by the end of year one, but it's just, placement, placement, placement. And a ride like this, being so close to, well, not so close, but let's even say if it was 4.93. Usually in other scenarios, I would add some trees or scenery around it to boost its excitement value, but you cannot do that in this scenario. Once you place a tree, it is there forever. Because the whole point of the scenario is you're not allowed to do any land work or any, removal of trees. Yeah, they won't allow any landscape changes or tree removal. So that is very tough. You just basically have to build around what's given. And it isn't the worst piece of land to work with, but it's definitely difficult. Building this very generic junior coaster took me probably twice as long as it normally would, just because I had to figure out my in and my out into the side of the hill. It is doing pretty well, though. Pirate ship is available. So if I can find, like an area like this would work out for it. Just trying to think. Because I got to plan out my midways in advance, too. I can't get too ahead of myself. There is a vertical face down there, possibly for a coaster, but I don't see myself putting any coasters right in this area. There is a little bit of vertical face over here to use for ins and outs. There is a little bit over here, so I mean a coaster or two in this back area is expected. Over here, there are some faces over here as well, kind of mirrored, so those will have to be the ins and outs for those coasters. And I do have a couple remaining in this area, but the junior coaster is taking up a lot of room within this mountain. So I don't think building a pirate ship, I can always remove rides too. I don't like doing that so much once they're placed, but I don't think that a pirate ship is, you know what an issue is going to be, though. I'm going to have to get rid of this entrance and put it over here. Because if I put in a path over here, I'm going to need enough room, if I continue it, say. Yeah, that path's just going to have to be a dead end for now. And the entrance can come around the other way, sort of a walkway. There we go. 261, so it'll get 250. And I don't like the color of the umbrellas as is, so it's going to start selling blue umbrellas. Okay. Another roller coaster. Again, it would be nice to get the shuttle loop. That would be very helpful right off the bat to obtain. Doesn't help that it's raining right now, of course. Put in like a spiral slide. It'll be a cheap investment here. Won't need a queue line. This will get $1.50. Just to add something else to the park, so now I have a couple thrill rides, a couple gentle rides, one coaster. Next edition will probably be a coaster, unless I get a flat ride design that I really want to use. 235 guests in the park halfway through year one. I should have over 250 by the end of the year, if not closer to 300, which will be my way to the goal. Park ratings doing okay for the time being. I mean, I don't have a lot in my park. It is slowly increasing. Staff is doing okay for right now. I'm running low on money, but it should start coming back as well. As more people ride things, the rain's holding off now, so profiting pretty well per hour. One more attraction is probably going to go in this general vicinity before I start, either going out this way or this way. There is some more land out this way, so I may go this way first, just because, it's a little bit more compact and stuff. I don't know how much of the land I'll end up using. I mean, I'm now an eighth of the way through the scenario, and I've just developed this small entrance area right here. I will need to take out some more loan, though, probably for the next coaster. Oh no, well, I can do a shuttle loop now, so I probably won't need too much more loan to put that in and get that up and running. As for where I want to put a shuttle loop, up here, the terrain really isn't all that good for one. If I could fit it in here, which I'm not sure if that's likely because there are some trees, this would have been a nice flat area. It's kind of why I didn't want to put the pirate ship right there, but I was running out of spaces as well where I could put it, so I did end up putting it there. And then up here I have... I mean, there's some flat land right here if it can go... If I'm thinking the loop will go this way, it should have enough clearance to make it, and I could, fit a station in there for the shuttle loop. And then that will begin my building out this way of the midway strategy. So I'll do a shuttle loop. I will do the generic design one. I mirror it. No. Why is it? I guess I'll build it as is like this. Once I get the money for it. $14.75. I can take out more of the loan right now, but I don't want to click back onto the screen. I'm only a few dollars away from that. Stop doing that. Come on, somebody ride something. Go on something. Okay. How much? Oh, I only have one block of land there. That is unfortunate. No, I'm not going to be able to do that because it needs to come out one. This is where forming paths and stuff is going to be difficult. Oh, and I'm out of money, so I'll got a little bit more to get this open. Tree. I can't do one down right out of there. And that would be right where I need to go, so of course I'm gonna have to. Oh man, now I'm really stuck. The exit may go on this side as well. And then I'll just bring it around under there. So I'll do the exit first. We gotta be at 5 feet. As long as I'm not running in a stupid tree, of course I am. Alright, for real though, I don't think trees are stupid. I just, for the sake of this scenario, you know what I could do that will really boost the excitement of this coaster? Shoot, I don't know if that would fit at all. You can build. No, I don't want to delete anymore. You can build, like, the path going through the loop. And that's something that I may do here for a quick excitement boost. That is so far up in the air, though, is the problem. That now I gotta bring it down. Yeah, I wanted to do that, but I'm not gonna. As long as I can bring it under the shuttle loop, it's gotta go down anyways, so. And down to 5. There we go. And this queue line, I wasted quite a bit of time with that path. That's fine. That'll actually work. Yep. Not what I wanted to do, but some benches in here. Bins. A couple more benches in. It would have been cool to fit a pathway in through the loop to boost the excitement more, but I mean, you can't win them all. Yeah, that's not even going to get 450. So, think here. I may do an on-ride photo section just to get some more out of it. 1, 2, 3. So it was 3 up. On-ride photo. Oh, it won't even let me do that because this scenario. Wait. Launched free fall is now available. Okay. $3 for the photo. Excuse me. 448. I want to add some kind of scenery here, just to push it to 450 a ride. I mean, that's not crazy. 449. These busted wheels that are cheap and okay, that's good enough. So 450 with the $3 optional on-ride photo. This bad boy opened up. Boost the loan so that I can advertise. 350 guests. That is pretty good considering what was in the park, and now the shuttle loop will help that also increase. And I'm still in year 1 here, so. And I had what, the launched free fall flat ride. That is an option going forwards. Don't know if I'm going to build it in this general area right here, but have a log flume, have, you know, some other coaster designs, wooden coaster, vertical drop coaster, wild mouse designs. Not doing too bad here now. Have another stall design to use down the line when I need more of those. There is a restroom. That is doesn't cost as much as other things to run. Park rating is holding steady. I have like a frog in my throat today. Can I build up here? Of course not. You think, oh, 3x3 space, I'd be able to build up there. Nope. I mean, not that I can't build up there, it's just, you know, doesn't look good at all. Could build this starting here. What if I do a one where it shoots, where it's a drop instead of a launch? I haven't done one of those yet. Usually I go for the launch. The problem with these though is they end up so intense all the time. And this path is going to cause a problem, as always. Okay. That is probably going to be the most profiting design I've went with for one of those launch free falls. Gonna have to remember that. It's like 100 and less than 150 feet tall. Ah, stupid tree. In the way. Um, hmm. Messy, messy, messy. Okay, that sort of works. Get this one opened up though. Not sure how long people are gonna pay $5 to go on it. That is expensive for a flat ride, but well, people are going right now. Get some benches in here as well, some bins. Maybe I'll give it sort of a gray and I don't know, green. I'll call it like adrenaline or something. Shuttle Loop's doing pretty good. Oh yeah, huge profits for the Shuttle Loop. Then, I mean, I think I might do another coaster next, or if I get a flat ride, that's a stupid stand-up coaster. Don't want that. Um, I got the vertical drop coaster, which made me more beneficial to use, like out here in a large plot of land. A couple of Wild Mouse designs, a wooden coaster, which, if I build a vertical drop at that end of the park, a wooden coaster over here, or a mine train would do well. I don't want to build too many of the compact coasters, but I may have to, depending on space and how creative exactly I can get with the layouts. So, I mean, something like a wooden Wild Mouse next could work out pretty good. It certainly can interact over here somewhere. It doesn't have to necessarily start in this very hilly area, but it can go down, it can go into this hill right here. That still leaves space over here for like a vertical drop coaster to start and utilize tunnels over here to give it some more length and not get in the way of the trees as much. The vertical drop coaster can be built very tall, so it can very easily work over a lot of the trees, but it's going to be the lower to the ground stuff that is going to be annoying to work around. The Wild Mouse designs, because of the sharp curves, will be a lot more flexible in that department with being able to do quick maneuvers around trees if they're getting in the way or whatever the case. It would be nice to build a station up here for a wooden Wild Mouse, but I guess I could put one in right here, or I mean, even like right here. It's just gonna. Oh, that's a pretty far distance for it to go then. Probably gonna need another handyman. Park's doing very well though for 1 year. I'm already almost halfway to the goal in a year, and I've barely touched any of the land in the park yet. You know, probably a quarter of the lands. Definitely not a third, but probably a quarter. If you take, say, like this area right here, that's about the same size. That's about the same size. That's about the same size. A quarter of the land and halfway almost to the guest goal. Quarter way through the scenario. Only touched a little bit of the loan. Money's coming back now. Just doing 4 minute time, not bad. This considered? No, this isn't a rain ride. Makes a little bit of sense. I mean, it is covered on the inside. The slide seems to be exposed, but you think that something like that would be. I guess I can understand why it's not. So, I mean, I think I might go for like a wooden wild mouse next. It has the sharp curves. It'll have a high excitement rating. I can build it very flexibly. Um, I'm going to save some of the bigger designs that I'm interested in right now for later. This ride should be profiting big time. I mean, for a flat ride, yeah, I guess its capacity is what hurts it a little bit here. A normal shot tower would be higher capacity, but the cycle time on this is not all that long either. It is a small tower. It only carries 8 people per cycle, though. I'm gonna start thinking about building this design now. Um, just looking for, to build the station starting here. Is this area I want to preserve for something big? Um, uh, you know what? Right down here may work out, especially if I'm trying to use it, like over here. Yeah, that could work. So I'll start building, upwards, steep lift hill. Steep. Advertising campaign for a shuttle run is finished, so I'm gonna, advertise this coaster when it's complete. 60 to 45, so I'm still good. Oh, I didn't want that. Stupid tree. Right in the way of this coaster. Come on, go right through it. Screw the local authority. We wanna build we wanna take that tree down. Just that one. And no, this is gonna pose a problem unless I do that, but I mean we'll see what the test results are. I don't know if I'm fully committed to it, but at the same time I, don't have many other options right now either. And should be able to make it around like all this. I'm gonna have to start going like immediately back down though. This is where I'm gonna start thinking about using the interior portion here. It's gonna have to go down one more. Oh, it's not there. Um, yeah, that works. Um, stupid thing. I have it. I mean, this is all going to be dependent on speed at this point. And then I'll have to see here. So it's only going to let me have like 4 or 5 cars, maybe. No. No way. You mean to tell me it's not going to let me fit in an exit? I'm just going to have to try to bridge it down, is what I'm going to have to do here. Alright, let's see how this comes out. 5 cars, so not too bad. Boost the lift speed. Where am I at? October of year 1. So this should open by the end of year 1. I'm halfway to the goal. This will push me more towards, 600, 700 guests, hopefully. Man, these things lose their speed quickly. I was thinking it'd make it up that hill. Unless I do... Okay, I could try this out. Instead of mice do the mine cars so I can link them together and keep the momentum. It should make it up now, I'm hoping. Okay, yeah. Now it's just a question of... It makes it back. Okay, it did. Theoretically, I'm getting an extra car out of it too. Now the question is just... Maybe I'll do white for this. Yeah, that looks okay. Wild miner. So now the name of the game is fitting in the queue line and all that jazz. Of course. Nothing's easy. Tree in the way. I don't know if I'm gonna have an option here to, build this path anywhere else in this vicinity. There's that. Let me see if I can even get an exit path in. I mean, I really like the way that this design is coming out. But no, not even gonna let me. I may say screw it. Could always modify this as well. The entrance and exit can go over it. That's what I'm gonna have to do if I don't want to use a cheat or anything here. So if I get rid of all this right here, I don't do some kind of stupid that should be enough to get an entrance and exit over right there. So let's hypothetically say I just build this like straight across. Where does that end up? Okay. I'll extend this midway a little bit here. Give some more room. I don't want it to look funky, so I'm gonna... No, there's probably a... Oh, that'll work. Except... Nope, either way, that's gonna look like that, so... Build that in there. Did the excitement of this go up at all? No, it's still the same. As for this, I'm sure I can. Yeah, I must be able to, like... Let's see. Could be able to right here, hopefully. Yeah, now it's just going to be a matter of testing it and making sure that it, you know, makes its way around all the way. Not I could get creative and put like an enter station and an exit station in there. I don't know if there's block sections on this ride, but it's just going to be about making it up and around here, which it should. Yeah, it will. Especially if it has a full load of people on. Wait for full load, no maximum wait time. Max lateral Gs. I guess I never even checked the stats for this, what it would end up being. Holy smokes. Where is it hitting those numbers? It's got to be in this area right here. I'm going to have to modify. Yeah. It's not bad. It could open as is, but I'd get a lot of people saying that they don't want to ride it for that reason. Where am I at? Okay, early year 2. As much as I like this big hill, I mean, like, this whole thing is essentially the problem. So I'm gonna get rid of it. I can't just build it straight there. I'm trying to do just these sharp curves, or not sharp, but wide. This way. over one more. Huh. Won't let me. This thing is cursed. I could do this, modify this. Okay, test it again, see what results it gives me. That, okay, yeah, very high, but did I build in the queue line? Yeah, I did. Okay, 679, so 650 per ticket. Corkscrew roller coaster was developed, so that will be beneficial to have. And get this open, advertise it. Yeah, this was a 4-year one, right? Yeah, 1,004 years, so I'm doing just fine right now. Early in year 2, well over halfway to that goal. I'm gonna keep going out in this direction if I can, because like it's gonna get hard to build a path around this way. There's no nice way to do it. I think I'm doing a decent job so far, though. I mean, 3 coasters, a bunch of flat rides in here, the swinging inverter ship. Thought I was getting the swinging inverter ship at one point, unless I read it wrong. It was probably suspended swinging coaster that I saw, not swinging inverter ship. Park's doing pretty decent, though. Five-minute queue time for this one. That's to be expected. It is pretty low capacity, but I don't think it should pose too much of a problem, like as long as it's profiting good and stuff. It is getting hurt by the number of trains that it can run, that is for sure, but it is a high price item, so it should make some money back. I could add in some TVs here just to boost excitement. Or boost the park rating a bit so people don't get too agitated waiting in that line. Okay. Disgusting state of the paths. Yeah, I guess I could use a couple more handymen at this point. Security guard. One of them. And I'll start thinking about the next coaster. So I do have the corkscrew design. You know, there's certainly something like the boomerang. If I could get it to fit in somewhere. It's way high up in the air. Work somewhere down here near the water. Actually don't look too bad, you know. Said I was going to build out the opposite way, but I may actually start building out this way instead. If I can get this to fit somewhere. Just had it too. Because I believe path is going to jut out. Where'd it go? I just had it. Plus, it's probably because, yeah. I'm going to build it. That does not look too bad. I may get rid of the fencing, the floating fencing here in the front, but for all intents and purposes, it doesn't look too bad, and it, you know, will add to the park here. So now it's just the name of the game is, you know, bringing the path out this way. It's gonna be a bit troublesome. No, 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 no! Don't drown. Nobody's getting angry or upset in this park, so I don't want to see somebody drowned. Okay. Actually, I'm pretty sure that. There we go. I love how there's just a random tree jutting through the roof right there. But, you know, that's pretty much all where I could build it. The only place. Get rid of some of the scenery here. No, I didn't want to do that. Let's see. Yeah, I just gotta replace that. I used this boomerang design in Evergreen Gardens as well. And I do like that, you know, it is already themed up in a way. It has the entrance building. It's a little bit different than some of the other parks. Yeah, this is gonna have to do. Oh, shoot. Really wish I didn't delete that. When I was deleting that stupid fencing. Because now it's giving me issues. Yeah, that's just gonna have to stay as is. It's not gonna matter too much. April of year 2. I should really slow down a little bit. Don't want to get ahead of myself. I don't see the signs either. There we go. Why? Just why? There we go. I guess that this queue line isn't connected either somewhere. Oh, don't tell me that there's going to be trees in the way everywhere and I'm not going to be able to. That's the problem. Do I say screw it at this point and allow for tree removal? Just for that one. I'm going to do it just for that one. You know, normally I wouldn't do that, but I'm very upset that it allowed me to build this whole design if it meant that, you know, I'm not going to be able to have the queue line in there. So, I don't even know how to do that in this. Scenario options. Yeah. Just so I can remove, because normally it wouldn't matter, but you know, for one block, I'm just upset that it let me build this entire design without that. So now I'm gonna put that back on, you know, so that I'm not really cheating this here. Build that back in. Start testing this. I think the name Cobra is alright for this one. The colors are okay too. Okay. And this can open up as soon as it's ready. Should get about $5, I think. $4.50, $5. Hopefully over 5. 6. Wow. Okay, I'll take it. So that'll be the first. Well, the shuttle loop, I guess, is also a canned design, but you know, for this map, you got to be a bit creative. Put in some benches, bins. I can advertise this ride now as well. I'm really surprised how well I'm starting out here. I know I did toggle the cheat just to remove that one tree, but you know, I wouldn't do it. Like over here, I could have very well done it a couple of times for a couple of these trees up here. I didn't do it though. And this ride I completely modified. I didn't touch any trees. I would have rather it not let me build this here just because that one was in the way than it let me build it and, you know, I can't remove one tree because of a queue line. And you know what? Just for the sake of, you know, saving trees or whatever, I'm going to put in a tree right there to make up for the one that I removed. Okay. How are the mechanics doing? You know, probably need another one. Hold off on handyman for now. What are the guests' thoughts? Running out of cash, too crowded, which is expected in this park. Need to go to the bathroom are some of the top ones. I'm doing okay for now. The line's doing 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 6 minutes. So nothing is too long of a line at this point. Are people not going on this, or okay? No, it's just because it just broke down. So now that was a test run. It should open now. A lot of people going on this one. That is a good thing. So I said I was going to develop out here first. I might hold off. I may develop more of this area now. I mean, certainly there's a little bit of room up here for maybe a station for an attraction or another shuttle design, something skinnier. There's a little bit of room to go under here. I'd have to get creative with it though, because I'm sure I'd have to use like this face of the land, maybe one over here, because now I just took up this space with Cobra, but it was flat enough of a piece of land that I wanted to use it for that design. Um, so I've sort of committed to building over on this end of the park now a little bit. The motion simulator will not take up, you know, virtually any room, so I can build it in. It's a 2x2. Man, I could even build it in right here, in between. Give something to do between. Um, yeah, now I'm gonna run into the problem of these stupid trees getting in the way. Um, maybe this wasn't a good idea. I can build it somewhere else. I don't have to build it right here. It would have been nice right there, but I could build it like here instead. That might work out well. So do entrance there, exit there. View line doesn't have to be long for a motion simulator. Build it like that. Not sure why the colors of the entrance and exit are. At least it lets me choose. Or would it even let me choose for that now? Should get about $3 a pop. And it's just another ride to fill in the gap here in between the two coasters. $3.25. Could build something up around here. Um, yeah, I definitely could. Maybe a. Could do like a stand up coaster, I guess. I haven't done one yet in any of the scenarios. I could do a wooden coaster. Out here, I have a bunch of land. Maybe I'll try a stand up design. There are some small ones as well, so this doesn't have to be, you know, super long or anything. That one's very compact. I'll try building a custom one here. This land is going to pose a problem, though. That's for sure. Could do a shuttle design for a stand-up. Inverted coaster. Do I want the invert instead now? No, I'll stick to my guns here. I'll start with the one I kind of wanted here. Let me guess. There's probably a tree right in that block. Of course. If I build it this way, then it's gonna be too tall to make it through that tunnel. Guess I could start it, you know, like out here. Start it on this block of land, see where it takes me. I'm gonna try. Of course. What if I build out? Man, every time. And this is not going to give me much more space to, yeah. Jeez. I just want to get over that tree. And this is going to run right into that coaster. Can I do a diagonal lift? It lets me for a second. There. What if I do one of those little hacks where it's like... The train should theoretically be long enough to make it up this hill here. Oh, there's a stupid tree there. Darn it. Let's see. It's funny. It looks normal from here, but you look over here and it's like, you know, got that weird section. Could build it back this way, but I'm assuming that that tree right there. No? Could do a steep hill. Of course. Do. I just want to get this like out of the way of some trees and stupid stuff. It's going to be really hard to accomplish though in this. Can't even build over it. like. The stand-up design may have been a very bad idea. That's... No? Okay. This ain't... Mm-hmm. Let's see if I do vertical loop. Probably, yeah. No way. It's a very weird looking coaster. It is a stand-up design though. Where am I? Won't let me. Nope. Gotta go to down to 5. This could work. This could actually work. Now it's just, you know, the question of like... So... These brakes. Lock brakes. That may have been too far out though anyway. This may just be a one-train coaster, is what I'm thinking now. Let's see here. It's not too long of a layout. Nearing the end of year 2. Haven't really increased that much from last year. Come on. Yes, I'm really thinking about it. This may be another one of those things where No, I can't do that. It was one thing for the one tree that disrupted the queue line that the game allowed me to build, but I can't do that right there. That's just too much bending the rules. Um, yeah, why didn't I just think of this? Why didn't I just think of that? I mean, it's going to be a one-train coaster, but as long as I limit the queue line and such things. Or, I mean... Yeah, I could do a block break. Right there. Why didn't I click yes? That. Block break. I could do a break right there. Do an on-ride photo there. Okay. Let's make sure that this train's able to make it up. Nope. Not long enough. I mean... Yeah, I might have to demolish this and see where it takes me. You know what I am going to do for this? I'm going to allow chain on all track. And the reason for that is just because, I mean, it's realistic in real life nowadays that you can build steep lifts. So this is going to have to come out one. Okay. See how it does, as long as it can... Well, now it will definitely be able to make it up the lift hill because it's a steep segment. And the only reason why I enabled that cheat is because, like, it is more realistic. There are a lot of coasters with steep lift hills nowadays. Just gotta make sure that these forces are not too much. They probably will be with these turns, banked or unbanked drops, I should say. Yeah, we'll see, but I don't have much hope for this coaster initially here. Ha! Wow. What does the ratings come up to? Yeah, so I'm gonna have to add a trim brake in, say, around here. I mean, this alone is enough to... Let's see, brake, and I only let it go like 27 miles an hour. Bump down lift speed. Now that's got to be bumped way down. It's going to be the end of year 2 before this coaster's done. And this one, even more. See what the stats come out to now. So the vertical G's are alright, the lateral G's now very high. Could add another brake right here. Let's see. Let's say a 9-mile-an-hour one. This one can. Yeah, there isn't much that I can do about that turn. This one can be about 13, say. See how it does. $700 guests, end of year 2. So I'm still doing good here, guest-wise and park-wise. Yeah, that's much better. I probably will still have a very high intensity rating, but I mean, it is what it is. This is a very hard scenario to build things, that is for sure. Yeah, that fixed all the lateral G's and stuff, so let's see now. .96 excitement rating. So 450, I guess it'll make. It probably didn't meet one of the criterias. That is for the stat requirements, but it is what it is. I just want to get this one open. I wasted a lot of time on this design. Of course, I built this with the tree in the way. Looks like any way I build it, there's going to be a tree there. As you know, this scenario has about 50,000 trees. Just want to make it work. Put the entrance here now. What problem is it going to give me? There's a tree there too. No? Okay. Get this one opened up. Call it the last stand. Nearing the end of year 2. Oh god, now I've dipped below 700 guests. I wanted to be at about. So I'll advertise the park. I do have the money now. And this particular ride, open. Last stand. That should help. Okay. Yeah, no, the guest total is dropping now. It plateaued at, you know, whatever this is considered. That was probably about 700-ish some, closing in on 800, and it's dipping now, so I'm going to have to advertise quite a bit here. Maybe even free rides on, say, Shuttle Run, just to bring some more people back in the park. Start thinking about the next ride. I do definitely want to build something that's not going to take forever to open up. You know, a couple of these filler flat rides will probably help the park not lose as many people right away. It's a very weird coaster. It takes up a good chunk of space in here, though, that would otherwise be unused. Build another ride in between here or somewhere around here would also work. What's the queue line look at this? 8 minutes. Gotta modify it a bit here. I may start thinking about building more out in this area, you know, a wooden coaster or something with a couple of those flat rides. I'm at over 700 guests now. That should get me above 800, 900, and then the remaining lands will get to 1,000 theoretically. So let's say a wooden coaster, because money is coming in pretty quickly now. I don't want to build anything that's going to be, you know, way too hard, extremely hard to build, where I'm going to be kicking myself. I'm going to test something here. May do one of these designs where, say, I drop out of the station. I want a nice clear shot. Run right into a tree. Let's just say I want to go down here. Something like this could work. And then, you know, I come back in like over here somehow. It is going to be a wacky walk up to the station platform and stuff, but yeah, let's say I want to do this though. Maybe I do an S-bend down here. I drop. Now we're cooking with oil. Oh, Okay. I can go down to minus 30. Maybe I do. Helix up. How to get up to 40. Let's hope this has enough speed to make it around. That needed to be wider. There we go. I guess too wide then. I could build this out a couple more. Let's see now. So then the block break for this would essentially, just be lift hill going back to the station. I don't know how this coaster is going to perform. It's probably going to need some sort of modifications. And it's probably not going to let me put a block break either. No, it will. There we go. Except I didn't want it to have a segment there or there. Okay. Let's see how this does. I'm very curious to see. Wow, a lot of it takes place underground. Yeah, I don't know if it's going to have the speed to make it all the way around some of these turns and stuff. Oh, it does. Except that ain't gonna fly. So if I do a downwards helix, that may be enough to. Yeah. Then I can just this upwards. Oh, not that one. That one's starting. Okay, let's see how this works. Can I do a launch on this? No. I was about to say I could give it a little bit of boost out of the station just so that it has enough, momentum to make it all the way around. I'm actually surprised that it makes it up, like, say, this big hill right here. I'm guessing that the long trains help it. Just wanted to make it around. Come on. Nope. So it's just going to need a little bit of a helper chain lift right here. Okay. Why is it giving me 3 trains now? That's not what I want. I could have sworn it might have been at 7-car trains before, too. We'll have to see how it does here. There are some pretty big drops on this thing for what it is. Almost at 900 guests. Yeah, that'll definitely make it all the way back around. Okay, not bad. 650 per ticket. Gonna need to hire some more handymen here. Let's see. Say 8. I should have 9 actually. I'll call it like warrior, I guess. Maybe a black. If there's like a maroon. This one looks better. Okay. Log cabin. And I'll just start building in the path here and seeing how it works out. Yeah, this is gonna be a very convoluted path. Just fighting around all these trees and stuff. Actually, over here I can down. And then over here, this path is gonna have to start working its way over. A lot of people getting sick after getting off of Cobra, so I'm gonna put a patrol zone there probably. This path is let's see. Do I like the way that this is coming out? No, but this guy is gonna get lost because he just had to walk over right where I was building a path. And same with that. It might have been the same guy again. Who knows? Okay. Well. How many of them fell? And I keep clicking on the coaster. Because it's underground right there. I have no idea where that person... There they are. How they're walking all the way over here now, it's beyond me. All right. I'm gonna need benches and bins all the way down this long path. Okay. One of these handymen is gonna be stationed. Oh no, I don't want him to drown. I want him to go on this path. Okay, so he's gonna be just in the vicinity of these coasters. Yeah, this one's ready to open as is. Maybe I will add some music over here. Add some scenery. There. It seems like a very small coaster, but it does take up virtually all of the land inside of here, so. Not turning out to be too bad of a park, actually. I mean, all things considered. Miniature railroad. So I must be out of, like, thrill rides and coasters. I'll do shops and stalls and all that good stuff. I'm pretty sure with max funding on the research that you can get all the research done by the end of the scenario in this one, because it is a 4-year scenario. Do a top spin, maybe. Not really a good place for one because, I mean, right there's, it's down one too many. Okay. Is that path flush? It should be, yeah. G. Hello. Call this one like color mixer. I know it's the name of one of the coasters in one of the RCT classic scenarios. Because I already did Rainbow Swirl over there, I was going to name this one just simply Rainbow, but I think it fits the theme of the park well. Rainbow Valley, a rainbow colored ride. Open this one up. Believe that I haven't started research now, so say research, or not research, advertise warrior, advertise the park, advertise maybe free drinks or something. Yeah, free drinks. I may have to think about starting to put in some more stalls and stuff, considering I've built the park so far out this way. So yeah, I could do that. Maybe a restroom out here. Out there. Maybe a food stall up here. I don't want to do it right there. I'll do it right there. And another drink stall. 'Cause, 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 getting my shift key and my shift and my enter mixed up. Put in some more benches around the food. I also had I had swinging inverter ship, go-karts, 3D cinema. Let's see. It'd be really tough to build one of those rides in there. As far as over here, there is a little bit of room. Build in another attraction, say. Over here, haven't built anything over here in a while. Yeah, very tough land to work with, and the park's already pretty busy over in this section. Could build another ride in here. Maybe a swinging inverter ship. No, I want, well, there a queue line can go. There an exit ramp can go. Say wait for a full load. Maximum wait time. Cloud, hopper, I don't know. $4 for the cloud hopper. And I'll add in some more benches by the exit, just because I demolished a couple and it is an intense ride. For this one. Oh, look, no, not at all good. I guess I'll go with the canvas tent one. I am nearing 1,000 guests though with the rides that I've installed, so I think the next zone to focus on, there's a bit of room left over here, but it isn't not ideal building space at all. And it is becoming quite crowded and busy up this direction as well. There is room for like another sort of smaller coaster within here. Over here, I think that I may do the vertical drop design. It's one that I've been debating since the beginning of the scenario. I don't believe there's any other coasters left to research anyways. No, there's not. So that would leave me with, pretty much everything that's over here. Some of these may be a bit harder. I could build a very compact vertical drop coaster and get very good stats out of it, just like I did in Lightning Peaks. Quite a bit of designs to use, but not many of them are very desirable. I could build in a balloon stall right around here by the merry-go-round. Give it like, I don't know, green balloons. Get people, yeah, people buy them. Could probably use a couple more mechanics as well. Another handyman, security guard. Pay off a bit of the loan. Make sure everything is still, people are going on it. No, the merry-go-rounds is going to need to go down to $1. Been around too long, and nobody's going on it at $1.50 anymore. Could add some of these TV sets in here. Because that ride is seeming to get a long line as well. 980 guests. Advertising doing. 3 weeks remaining on everything. Could build something right about there. Really only have the 3D cinema left. Build it up. One more. Should work. It's just going to get a bit messy there with the path. Yeah, this is definitely going to be messy. This one's going to have to go up this way. Yeah, that tree right there is going to cause me a lot of issues. So if I keep it going this way, no, I wanted it to go like that. Go out one more. Or, man, anything I try. There's a tree right there too. Like, how do you expect people to be able to build in this scenario? I may relocate one of these stalls. Let's see here. This one, 15 customers. This one, 110. Well, close this one temporarily here. I'll place it here as a placeholder just because I want to get this path up to that pathway right there. That'll work. Is this whatchamajigger queue line? Yeah, it's gonna have to go like that. Looks terrible, but the drink stall. Go back in. Fit there. Oh. That. Yeah, that's flush. Put in some benches along here. Very crowded. I want to get this open because with the rain, people will go on it. So $3 for that. Man, a very, very crowded area right here. There's not much I can, really do about it, though, is the thing. I can extend this queue line a tad. No, there's a tree in the way. Probably why I didn't do it before. Pay off a bit more of the loan. Parking slide. Yeah, not something I really want to build. Advertising campaign is finished, so I'll do the 3D cinema. Do the park. Where am I? Oh, midway through year 3. Time really went by quickly there. And then, say, free rides on the shuttle loop. It does have the on-ride photo. Never change this one. Maybe, yeah, that looks fine there. $1,050 guests and rising in year 3. Middle of year 3, I should say. And that's just about all I'm going to get out of research, so I best not looking, at it and seeing now what rides I have in store. I could start construction of the vertical drop coaster. It would open around the beginning of year 4, and that would be one of the last things that the park would need. As long as I could get a path back here, which I should be able to, no problem, that would be very beneficial of a design to use, because, it's certainly... And this one, with the steep hill, let's see. That's pretty cool. Drop right down the valley. I don't know how large. 95 feet it looks like. I could go up one more. Yeah, I don't want it to be too intense. Shoot. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, no, now I've run into... You know what? If it'll let me... I don't know if it is. Because there is that face right there. Ah, man. I don't want it to look too goofy, If I could do a large... There we go. As long as I don't run into anything here. Like if I... Yeah, no, that should be fine. I may have to worry about the G-forces on this, and that does look a little bit crazy, but not in forces, but definitely in. I wish I could have just went, right into a gentle drop in and out of the loop, but I had to use it just to get inside of the hill right there. Fact. There we go. I gotta get back up to 40 feet to go there. I may just, start like bringing this back around. I was thinking of using this land over here, but I didn't realize I had an entryway over there as well. Um, so I could do breaks, breaks, block breaks. Nope, not gonna be able to do breaks, breaks, block breaks because tree is in the way. Breaks, breaks. There's a tree right there too. How did I not see that? That's been work. Yeah. Um, block breaks. Let's exit. All right, let's see how this looks. Just don't want the stats to be too crazy. I mean, it is good as it is. It'll be a shorter one, just like in Lightning Peaks. But, you know, if it works, it works. It'll bring some more people in the park. I'm over that 1,000 guest hump, but I don't want to, take the foot off the gas with building and start losing guests as well within the next year of gameplay. And that ended up being too tall. Great. So I have to get back to the drawing board here and see what I can do. I could go higher with this. That's BS because it's saying that that's 125 feet. And it would have totally cleared it if it was really 125 feet. You know? Alright, see how this one works. It's very hard to work with the inversions sometimes because the inversions, the heights for them are not always right. This looks like it should clear if it doesn't lose much speed. Yeah, that one clears. Oof. Yeah, the stats on this are going to be super intense. I'm going to have to do some modifying. Yeah. They're not terrible, but I could also add in a trip brake. Maximum speed is 78, so if I put like, a 67 trim brake or something in there. Brakes. Try like, say, 58, see how it does. It's probably not going to make it. Nope. Try 67. Okay, it's a little bit better. I could, though, bump it down. I think 63. Didn't I just try that, though? Wasn't it not fast enough to make it around? Yeah, that barely makes it around, which is good. Right, that looks a lot better. I'm going to start planning out the queue line stuff while I wait for this to test and get the ratings in. This is going to be a pain of a path. Let's start building this out this way. Um, all right. Very high, but I think people will still go on it. It's a 650 coaster. Valley Falls. No, that's not a good name. Valley, plunge maybe. Give it sort of a blue. Is there more of a mute blue to use? We do like the sky blue. Yeah, that looks alright. Definitely gonna need benches and bins over this direction. Bunch of them. Okay. A little bit too high on the negative G's, but you know, it is what it is, sort of. I could add a souvenir stall in. I saw that that one was developed. Could do it up here. Not sure what people would pay. Well, I know that $5 for an umbrella. Will they pay $3 for a toy? Not paying that much for an umbrella. Well, they will pay for the umbrellas once it starts raining. Really good value for a cuddly toy. Charge $3.50 for it. Not paying that much for an umbrella, so it looks like I'll get $3.50 out of the toy. And I'm at August of year 3. Okay, I can advertise Valley Plunge for 8 weeks or so. Pay off some more of the loan. Not pay off the rest of it, I guess I could. Okay. It's funny, it's saying that my guest count is going down, but there's quite a bit of people coming into the park as well, and it's holding steady, if not growing a little bit. I'm going to fast forward a bit. I'm going to save this first. Rainbow Valley. Fast forward a bit here. It's going in the year 4. Advertise. Or Mixer maybe. Don't think I ever advertised that one. Park, max it out. Free rides, shuttle run, and say free food or drink, free drinks maybe. And fast forward this again. In year 4 now, so I should be pretty good. Advertise a ride. What's the cinema doing? People probably aren't paying to ride this anymore. We'll pay $2 to go on it. In terms of rides, do have a Ferris Wheel, space rings. Maybe I'll install space rings in this scenario. Nothing really else to do over here, so if I can fit it in, I will. It's going to open up a huge can of worms right here. Maybe I Build it in here. Will it work any better? Try. Probably going to be messy either way. That definitely won't let me. I don't need a queue line for this one. In fact, though, considering I don't need a queue line, just build it. Let's see. I'm just not going to put that in right now. Because, I mean, I do have a pretty good cushion here. I could put in something like this instead. That would work out better. Or would it? No, it fits. So add another ride. Hopefully it gets like at least $1 here. It's the exact same colors as the ride next to it, so I'm going to change this up. $1. I'm going to fast forward some more here. Advertise, fast forward some more. Advertise the Ferris Wheel. Advertise the park. Advertise free rides on Shuttle Run. And I'm going to fast forward it again. Should pass this with over 1200, 1300. It is going to start going down. Yeah, it is. But I will be able to pass it. Cool. So the hardest scenario in the original game, this one or Mothball Mountain, I think this one personally was a bit harder. To me, they were kind of equal in difficulty in their own ways, but this one may have been a little bit harder, I guess, because of the land and stuff. So I'll do my recap here. Ended the scenario with nearly a perfect park rating. I did have over 1,400 guests in the park, but I finished with over 1,200, so definitely, where am I here? Rainbow Valley. Definitely did a decent job with guests in the park and beating the goal. Started out with, just some general stuff by the entrance. A merry-go-round, merry-go-round, scrambler. Then I built this custom junior coaster, which goes under the ground quite a bit, under the land right here. Filled in some other space with some stalls. Pirate ship as I got it. The launch free fall. I built the mini wooden wild mouse coaster right here. This one also does go a bit under the land over here, but it is a much larger layout. I then focused more over here. I was able to build this pre-built boomerang in. I did have to sacrifice a tree. I did have to hack it a little bit, but I did fit the boomerang in. It's been a very popular ride. A couple more rides over here being the Spiral Slide Motion Simulator. I built this custom stand-up coaster as well. It's a very weird layout. I had to put in a bunch of brakes and stuff, but it works. It's been popular. Profits quite a bit to this day. Focused on this area of the park then. I added in this custom wooden coaster, which takes up quite a bit of space underground. Virtually there's a lift hill back up to the station, and there's a drop right out of the station. It's been pretty popular, though. A couple rides over here being the Top Spin 3D Cinema. Over here, I built a shorter scale vertical drop coaster. These coasters usually always do well. They don't take up a lot of space. It profits very good. And the last thing that I built over here was just a Ferris wheel to fill in the lands, put something else to do. The pads were very messy, but they ended up working out. I just had to build around the trees and stuff, keeping up on park staff. To keep the happiness up, I built a lot of stalls in as well to make some money near the end, some quick money. But other than that, it is one of the more difficult scenarios just because of the land, and money wasn't too big of a concern, neither was space, but the terrain was difficult to build around at times. Not hard to get 1,000 guests in the park, though. If you can do it on Evergreen Gardens or Pacific Pyramids in the same time goal, you can do it here as long as you're smart with your building. So the top rides, and I'm going to turn off this rain while I'm doing my recap. I hate it when it rains during my recap. Top profiter was Warrior, which was this mid-scale wooden coaster back here. I don't even know how long it was, over 2,000 feet. Followed by Shuttle Run. I've run constant advertising campaigns for this one for free rides, but it does have the on-ride photo section, so it profits real well. It's a quick cycle. Valley Plunge is in there with Shuttle Run as well, one of the newer coasters in the park. Vertical drop coasters usually do really well. Cobra was the boomerang over here. No on-ride photo or anything special, just a popular ride. Earthworm, Wild Miner were the two smaller scale coasters in the center. Followed by some of the flat rides. The Shot Tower is doing very well in this scenario for me as well. Some of these this stand-up coaster is not doing well at all for being a coaster. It just keeps losing profit and losing profit, so that's why I usually don't build the stand-up coasters. I thought I'd give it a bit of a change here, but yeah, shouldn't do that. The gentle rides are down here, followed by some of the flat rides. The 3D cinema is profiting since I've lowered the entrance price for it, and everything else is doing pretty well. Even the restrooms are sort of profiting. Why aren't people going on this? I don't know. Should be charging 10 cents too. Oh, that's why it wasn't charging 10 cents. Yeah, so that will be it for this stream. I'm gonna end it here. Next stream will be the last original Roller Coaster Tycoon scenario from the original pack, which is Thunder Rock. Not a hard scenario, but will be the last one for the original list, and then we'll get into Corkscrew Follies, Loopy Landscapes. Thank you for watching if you have. This video will be online within the next day or two. And I will also be back live in a day or two to do Thunder Rock. More than likely tomorrow morning as usual. I'll do a stream for that one. And after that, I'll get into Corkscrew Follies, Loopy Landscapes, and after that, the RCT2 scenario. So thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your day. And I will be back within the next day or two for the next scenario.